Yo, big dog, listen. Before everybody gets on to me, listen up, yeah? First and foremost, big dog, big up yourselves. Been a minute, lots of things going on. If you follow me on socials, you know a lot of things been going on in my life. Big up for all the support, everyone that's shown love, all the comments, all the messages. Big up yourselves, yeah? But let's get straight into it, yeah? Before everyone starts getting onto me in the comments, before everyone starts attacking me on socials, let me just hear me out. Just hear me out. Because I know a lot of people, they want the cream and they're begging for the big signing. They want the Killian Mbappe's and they want the Vinicius Juniors. Don't get me wrong, big time players, big, big, big talents, elite level signings. If Arsenal could ever dare to dream of making these kind of acquisitions, yeah. But for me, I've been saying it all along. I've been saying it for the last 2 seasons. I was saying it when he was at Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah. For me, Arsenal need to go and get Harry Kane. Brother, I don't care what it costs. I do not care what it costs to bring Harry Kane to the carpet. Make sure you go and get that done because if you want success right now, yeah, if you want to dominate for the next 2, 3 seasons and you need that front three that is scary, that front three that is like, boy, Harry Kane is the man that you drop in that forward line and that instantly becomes a scary forward line for Arsenal. Like, hear me out. Listen, don't get me wrong. I get what Vinicius and Mbappe can do. But for me, the red flags with those signings for me is that you just don't know what you're gonna get. Like all the storm clouds around Killian and his ego and wherever he goes, it looks like he just leaves a trail of destruction where he's, not willing to play, be a team player. It's all about him. He's a dictator. Do you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff doesn't sit right with me, even though he's gonna give you the goals on the pitch. I just think that there's a lot more behind the scenes. It could disrupt this bunch of guys because we don't have that in this team. We don't have a disruptor. We don't have a big ego. Even though all players have egos, we don't have that with this team. And I think you bring someone like Killian in, who's a big, big ego, so like the biggest there is, it could disrupt this bunch of guys. Then you have it the same with someone like, Vinicius, who is another big ego. He gets mixed reviews at Real Madrid. Top quality player, don't get me wrong, and is probably the kind of winger we need. But is he gonna do the dirty work? Is he gonna be a team player? Is it all gonna be about him? Is it gonna be the Vinicius show? Is he gonna throw his toys out the pram? Is he gonna roll around? Is he gonna play up to the fans? All of these things that you see him do at Real Madrid, which for me, this team isn't about that. This team is a oiled unit that works together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why even with what people say, Arsenal having not having the fire and attack, the fluidity and attack this season, still able to get it over the line because it's a well greased, oiled machine. Do you get what I'm saying? The goal's gonna come from somewhere. You just don't know who's gonna score it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they make things happen and they get it over the line, and that's what this team is about. Yes, you need those little ingredients that are gonna bring you that bit of flair and that bit of magic. But this is why I say you need a striker like Harry Kane. Harry Kane, a guy that can drop deep into the pocket, play the ultimate, like, false nine role, being able to drop deep, allow his willing runners when you have the likes of like a Madueke and a Saka, and you have the likes of Martinelli on the left hand side. And I can only speak for the attackers that we do have now. I can't talk on attackers that may be linked with or due to come, but you have those kind of willing runners, those pacemakers that's what they're lacking. They're lacking the guy that can drop in, turn on the ball, hold it up, and play these guys in. And that is what Harry Kane is like superhumanly good at. And the thing is, you see at Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, how he plays with Elise and with Luis Diaz and those willing runners and those people that are willing to run in from midfield like the Musialas and all of these that can allow him to drop deep, pick the ball up and turn and create these chances. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is what we're missing right now. We need that kind of player. We need someone that's willing to give us that. And I think for us, someone like Harry Kane is the perfect addition to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is why I feel like Arsenal need to forget about everything else. I rate Julian Alvarez, but right now, what's going on over there in Spain with Julian Alvarez, Real Madrid, Barcelona? Clearly, there's Atletico don't want to sell to um, anyone in Spain, especially none of their rivals. So it will take a bid from probably the Premier League, who have the money to be able to acquire a player like that for them to play ball and maybe strike a deal. But I just don't think he's worth 150 million, and I just don't think that's what Arsenal want to pay for a player of that. I'd say 80 million, 90 million, 100 million is a fair deal, but to then push it to 150 when there's so much other deals. And the thing is, if you was to look at Harry Kane and Julian Alvarez, yes, Harry Kane is at the last end of his career, but you're gonna get so much more out of him. You know what you're gonna get. He's Premier League proven. He's 25 to 30 goals a season. Like, if anyone can give Erling Haaland a run for his money for the Golden Boot, it's definitely going to be Harry Kane. So you know you secure goals with that. And I think with Harry Kane in our team, the games like that you see that we struggling, that we lose, he's the difference maker. He's the one that's going to get you the goals. He's the one that's going to, make you beat teams 3-4-5-0. So I think if you can get Harry Kane in, and then you get the likes of Morgan Rogers, Croupier, these willing runners, these players that have the talent to run off the ball. Telling you we're dangerous. I'm telling you we're dangerous, and I know a lot of our fan base, but I feel like the Arsenal fans will be with me on this. I know John Terry mentioned it on Talksport, and I've been saying it. This is the thing. I've been screaming it. I've said it on shows previous. If you go back and you look at some of the loose cannon episodes that I've done with Strives, I had mentioned it, and I know that it's controversial. But when you're at the stage of your career where you are, and you come to the Premier League, and you look at who's ready to challenge and who's ready to give you cups, trophies, Arsenal are there. And I know a lot of people don't want to believe that. A lot of people don't want to, you know, like come to terms with it. But Arsenal are there. And I think the sooner people realise that, and I think a lot of players see it, and also I think one of the big pulling points for Arsenal in kind of secure a name like Harry Kane is that the big English contingent we've got there, like you've got Declan Rice, Saka, you know, Madueke, you've got the young boys there. Do you get what I mean? Like Harry Kane, like he's with the man then, basically. The people that he's playing with in England right now that could be sowing seeds and talking to him and saying, brother, you're coming back, this is where it's at, you know. They're gonna see the fan base, you're gonna see how big it is, you're gonna see the parades. Who's not gonna wanna be a part of that next season? Do you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of question marks with other teams right now that I know, I'm going backwards and forwards with United fans at the moment and all these other fans that think that it's their season, but I'm telling you, Arsenal are going back to back with it. I've said my bit, and also I want to point out that I do think we do need a world class left sided winger. I do think that we need to look at it, and I've always said the perfect left sided winger was Semenyo, and we let him go Man City. Like in terms of the way that we set up and the way that we play, Semenyo is perfect. He's willing to put in the work in on defense. He's robust. He's scored. He's Premier League proven. So I do think it's not clean cut as to who Arsenal go and get to kind of make the left-sided side of the pitch work. And I think one thing I don't want us to do is what Liverpool did, is win the league and then go and fork out record-breaking amounts of money on players that just haven't worked out. Liverpool bought in and bought Wirtz, and they bought Alexander Isak, and it's not really worked out for them just yet. Maybe Areola will be able to get a different tune out of them for next season, but it'd be interesting to see. So that's what I don't want us to do. I don't want us to fall in the trap of going and getting this world-class name brand left-sided player like a Killian Mbappé, like a Vinicius, and it just not work out. Or now we've made that investment and we're stuck with them. So it'd be interesting to see what else is going on in the market. There are big players out there, reasonably priced. I'll take a Rashford for 25 mil, and if he can come down on the wages, this is the thing. Another man's trash is the next man's treasure. I do think there's options for Arsenal where they could spend good money, build a real good squad and depth that allows you to challenge on all fronts. and that is what the ownership said. They said they want to be able to challenge on all fronts. So I think there's some good deals, some shrewd business to be done out there. If an Arsenal can get this business done and get some things done and over the line, it would be amazing. I'm excited to see what happens. Listen, by the way, tell me what you think. Is Harry Kane what Arsenal need and to get them over the line, especially when you've got the likes of Victor Gokers. You've got two different types of strikers there. Do you get me? You've got the Harry Kane who definitely would start, but imagine if you played Harry Kane deep line and Jokeris up top, and you can have the options for Harry Kane to find a player like that. Anyway, there's even though that more goes to a 4-4-2, but yeah, man, there's so many different ways we can play and set up with someone like Harry Kane in the side. Tell me what you think. Drop it in the comments. Love for your patience and everyone that's been tuning in. Sorry, it's been a minute. So much been going on in my life, but I'm back. I'm gonna be posting that regularly again. Remember to drop a subscribe, check out some of my other videos. Big up yourselves, big dog